Hey, this is Wargamer Shawn. I'm coming at you a little late. I've had Magnus done for a while, and I've actually had some videos I haven't put up yet just because I wanted to do this video. I'm going to do kind of a close-up, and then I'm going to show you a progression of, basically how he's progressed through time, because I'm pretty proud of how this model turned out, and I spent a lot of time on him. So I'm going to zoom in on him here. Kind of show you some of the details. I did a lot of dry brushing and layering and wet blending, and I pretty much used about every technique I could to make him look as good as he could. For paints and stuff that I use, pretty much for the most part, I kind of went with what Duncan used in his guide on how to paint Magnus the Red. So if you follow that, you'll know the colors I used. But I'm pretty happy with how he turned out. I did a few things a little different just because I wanted the color to be different. I started initially to want to have his armor, but as I was painting him, I just liked him without the armor so much better. And some of the other people that I was gaming with, like, yeah, I kind of like him without the armor. So I kind of had to put the belt buckle in because that kind of had to be in there, because otherwise there's kind of a hole. But otherwise, he doesn't really have his other armor, which I'm happy with. I know some people might not like him that way, but that's the way I like him. And I kind of, somebody that plays a lot, is pretty passionate about it. It's interesting, I never really thought about it this way, but I was at a Warhammer store, and he basically, the manager told me, he's like, it's hard, you got to focus on, it's not, your Warhammer, but everybody's view of Warhammer 40K is different, and so they have a right to have, their version of 40K, and I never thought about it that way, and I'm like, yeah, you know what, you're right. I mean, everybody's entitled to kind of their fantasy and the way they want, the way they envision the universe, and I thought that was a really good way of looking at it. So here he is, Magnus, the Demon Prince Primarch. Pretty soon the Inferno is going to drop. I don't know if he'll get a model right away, but I'll keep you posted if he does. I've seen some of the rules leaked. It looks like Magnus is going to be pretty good as a Primarch as well. I don't know his point cost, but he's got some pretty nifty rules, and looks like most of the Thousand Sons will have access to psychic powers, or Brotherhood of Psychic, which I think is fair since that's the way they're kind of supposed to be. So anyway, this is a model showcase. I'm also kind of entering it in for Edic Beer's painting challenge. I've been kind of working on him. I finished him in January actually, but I haven't done a video to showcase him yet, so here he is.
Goodbye, you sexy motherfucker.